What is up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko news. Of course, here you notice the new background going on this screen, and I got to give big props to one of my subscribers that did this for me, and he did it free of charge, just out of kindness. He's one of my supporters. He chose to remain anonymous, so I won't give his name out here, but you know, speaking to him, I just want to say thank you so much for this. I really like the detail you put into this, even the subtle reflection there of Freddy Funko on the table. I noticed that. I do like that. So yeah, thank you so much for doing this for me, and thank you so much to you and your wife for supporting my channel. Now, before I get into this video, I do want to say quickly here, one of the things that I spent a lot of time working on this video with is what to take out of it, because there's not been a lot of news here at the last half of this week. So yeah, I made some cuts here, so there may be some things that you may have heard that I'm not going to mention, because basically I have covered them before and I'm just trying to avoid some repetition. Also, before I get into this video, please do make sure that you drop a like on this video. My views have been way up, but the likes not so much. It only takes about 2 seconds to like a video, and that's a good way to support channels that you actually appreciate. You know, I do that constantly. As a matter of fact, one of my subscribers pointed out that he was looking at my channel. He saw that I've liked 5,000 videos. It's actually way more than that, but YouTube will only show 5,000 videos that you have liked. I constantly like videos because I like to support, you know, YouTubers that are doing good things. So yeah, if you appreciate Funko News, if you appreciate my other content, make sure you drop a like on the video. Enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into it here. Funko News for September 30th, 2017. So for starters here, the Giants themed BB-8 figure did release today at the Giants game. And you know, if you were able to get out there and get that figure, it's very cool, you know, collectible to hang on to. In terms of design, I still feel like it could have been more interesting, but yeah, regardless, it's pretty cool, I think, to get a figure at a sporting event. Now, if you didn't make it to the game, of course, you can check eBay and some other sellers to see if you can get your hands on this, and you really got to determine for yourself whether it's worth the value that some people are selling it at. From a Funko perspective, I really don't know, but I mean, you also have to look at it in terms of baseball memorabilia. If you're going to look at that as baseball memorabilia, then maybe you don't mind paying a little bit more. So that's really down to your opinion on it. Cyborg with Mother Box, which is a Walmart exclusive, is starting to show up in stores. Now, it's not available online at this time, at least not that I have seen. If it becomes available online, I will share that with you. Also, same thing for Wonder Woman with the Mother Box. If it becomes available online, you know, I will update you all on that. Now, some figures here in case you missed them before. Ginny Weasley, the Barnes & Noble exclusive, and of course, this is Ginny in her Quidditch outfit. It was sold out, but then it has been listed again. At the time of this recording, it was available, so I will put a link down in the description. Fairy Tale figure here, the Swim Time Happy, the Hot Topic exclusive, is available. And as a matter of fact, Hot Topic has a couple of their other exclusives available as well, so you might want to check out their site if you haven't done so in a while. From Horizon Zero Dawn, they have a watcher with the yellow coloring here, the yellow lights going on, which is basically a sign within the game that it is alerted. So again, that's a Best Buy exclusive that is up for pre-order right now. I don't think it releases for about a month or so, though. I think it's at the end of October when it will ship. And another link that I'm going to share with you all, which I've been kind of hesitant to share this in the past, because people keep sharing this link, and when I go and check it out, nothing is there most of the time, or it may just be the price but not the picture of the figure, and the order still can't go through. But I am going to go ahead and share the link, because at this time, at least it does show the figure when I went to it, but it says that it's sold out. So I'm just going to say check for a restock if you are interested in Tinkles with a Ghost in a Jar from Rick and Morty. So yeah, like I said, at the time of this recording, it was sold out, but just keep checking back to it, because it seems like they might possibly be restocking it somewhat regularly. Okay, this is a figure I've talked about at least twice before, the Red Stormtrooper, which is a Target red card exclusive. You do have to have a red card in order to get this in, you know, to get it with Target. It will be available as of October 1st, which is probably when some of you are checking out this video. So yeah, again, if you have that red card, you can purchase this figure. And I just recently learned that this figure actually does relate to some Star Wars lore, especially recent lore. So it's not something that was just completely made up out of the blue. for Doctor Who fans, this is the back of one of the recent figures, the back of the box, and you see here that there is an Amy Pond figure on the way. I don't have any more details about it. I mean, this is all I have to share for now. And you know, as I learned about the release, especially if Funko puts out the official word, then of course I will update you on it. Now, the Walgreens exclusive Star Wars, and Walgreens has a lot going on with Star Wars. I'm just sharing these particular figures here. Again, for one thing, I really wanted you all to see better images of the movie moments Cloud City duel between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader there, and then also Wedge and the Snowspeeder. I wanted to share that also. So these have shown up in some Walgreens. I don't think they're really all the way across the US yet. You know, just keep being on the lookout for those. But for those of you outside of the US and Canada, you can go to Pop Culture's website, and they do have each of these up for pre-order. So if you're interested, you know, if you're a big Star Wars fan and you're outside of the US and Canada, that is one option for you to get your hands on these. So Elvira in her mummy outfit, I shared this before, but they were very rough images taken from Hot Topics Periscope. So I wanted to show you some better images because they actually have placeholders on Hot Topics site, but you can't do anything with them. I mean, you can see the figure, but it says out of stock. And it's not really that it's out of stock, it's that it just hasn't gone live yet. It's not available. But this is coming very soon. Of course, I'm definitely going to update you all on this. And you do see that there is a glow-in-the-dark Chase variant of this particular figure as well. So again, just be on the lookout for that update if you are interested in this figure. I will try to make sure I share it, you know, around the time that the figure does go live. So I already shared previously with you all the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite figures 2-packs that are on the way. And remember, these are up for a November release, and Funko went ahead and revealed another one of these, Black Panther vs. Monster Hunter. I'm really not sure if this is going to be a store exclusive or not. That's something I'd have to look into, and if it is, I'll try to drop a note about that down in the description. But I really love these designs. It's a little bit weird to see Black Panther in purple, but of course this is based on an alternate outfit. And the reason they have these two characters together, I believe they're both DLC characters for the game, you know, downloadable content. So I think they look great together. This is one that I might have to get my hands on, even though honestly, I plan to rent the game. I don't see myself owning the game. I'm just not that big on fighting games. But yeah, some of these character designs do really work for me. Again, these should be out in November. So Cuphead, another game that just released. And honestly, I gotta say this, Cam, who works for Funko, he kind of dropped a hint about some figures coming out for what he feels is the best game of the year. I was like a lot of people that have been saying, I know some people really want to see some figures from the DC fighting game, of course, Injustice. You know, Injustice 2, a lot of people would really like to see some figures from that. And I thought that's what he might be hinting about, but I guess this is what he was focused on, Cuphead, which is visually a really interesting game. I don't know about the gameplay though, and if anybody's played this game, you can let me know if it actually is fun to play, because I mean, you can be wowed by the visuals, but for me, just looking at the video clips, when I really think about the gameplay, I just don't know how interesting it is, you know. So again, I want to hear from somebody that has actually played the game. Something else I want to point out about these figures here, of course, you see they have Cuphead, Mugman, and they have the Devil, which is actually the main villain in the game. And you notice here that the Devil is a 6-inch figure. I keep having some people tell me that Funko's not making 6-inch figures anymore. I've said this before, maybe some people missed it. It's not that they're not making them, they're not making as many though. And a lot of 6-inch figures now are not actually available in stores. They sell them online more so, like they did with the Brumac from Gears of War. So just to put that out there again, Funko has not completely stopped making 6-inch figures. Of course, you all should know that anyway, because NYCC does include at least 2 6-inch figures. So yeah, 6-inch figures still exist. They're just not on store shelves as much as they used to be. And then you also know here, speaking of NYCC, there is an exclusive 2-pack of Cuphead featuring Cuphead and Mugman, and you see that they had these black and white variants. This is limited to 2,500 pieces, which makes it seem like this is going to be convention only. Of course, if I learn more about this, then I will share. October 4th, that should be the day when Funko, shares all their information about NYCC, and that's not far away, people. So like I've been saying, be patient. We'll all learn what we need to October 4th. So Dragon Ball fans, you got some Dragon Ball Super figures here on the way. I'm not going to run through all the characters. For one thing, I don't even know how to pronounce all these characters' names, to be completely honest, because I haven't followed Dragon Ball recently. I will say though, I really do like both of the Trunks figures, even though I kind of wish he had a sword in the hand, but I mean, there is another pop like that, so I guess it's all good. This version of Goku, I'm really not familiar with this look. And I know there was a figure similar to this before. I'm assuming they're related somehow, but yeah, I'm just not caught up on Dragon Ball Super, so I don't know much about this. You see here on the right hand side though that there are some store exclusives, including a Hot Topic exclusive version of Trunks, where he's super there, powered up and everything. They have a Diamond Comics figure. If you don't know what Diamond Comics mean, Diamond Comics is a distributor. So pretty much any store that has an account with them can order their figures, and as far as I know, that can actually include retail stores, retail chains. So Diamond Comics figures have popped up in some retail chains before, but then also you will find these like in mom and pop shops, comic book shops, things like that. As I learn more about where that figure will be available, then I will update you all. You also see that they have a glow-in-the-dark variant of a character there that is a Walmart exclusive, and there's a Toys R Us exclusive as well. And again, those of you that are fans of the series, I'm sure you know the names of the characters. I'm just not caught up on it, so that's why I'm not even going to try to butcher the names of these characters here. Now let's go ahead and get into the rumor mill. Of course, like I said, some rumors have been floating around, so everything I'm about to cover here, or at least most of what I'm going to cover here, take it with a grain of salt. That means just be patient. Let's see what happens. So there's been this very blurry image on the left there that's been floating around. Don't know if this is official at all yet. It seems like an odd tease for Funko, but it could be legit. We'll find out soon enough, and it would make a lot of sense because Funko did do a Harvest Batman figure and then a Harvest Batman Dorbs figure. So a Harvest Harley Quinn is not really completely out of the question. One bad thing about it seems like if you look at that blurry sticker there on the left, it is looking like it's going to be a Funko HQ exclusive, which, that'd be tough for a lot of people to try to get their hands on. But who knows, maybe like, maybe there would be a chance that this would appear on the Funko shop. Who knows? But right now, we don't even know 100% if this figure is legit. But I'm sure, we'll learn more about that in the very near future. So another very strong rumor here, a very strong possibility, is that finally they're going to make an Aladdin pop. And the big hint that was dropped, Yoko, that works for Funko, and she does a lot of their videos, she basically said, I think she put it out there on social media, that a pop is coming of her first crush, and somebody was actually able to go back on social media and find where she referred to Aladdin as her first crush. So yeah, again, Aladdin pop seems very possible, and I tend to notice that if Funko does a Dorbs of a character they haven't done before, then a lot of times the pop ends up following behind it. So if you remember for SDCC, they had Aladdin and Abu on the magic carpet. So again, a lot of strong evidence there that an Aladdin pop is finally on the way. And then Halo, I shared this, seems like months ago now, that there was talk of more Halo pops on the way, and I think some new collectors may not realize that Funko has done Halo pops before, but they're vaulted. They're no longer produced. They're very difficult to find, especially in good condition at reasonable prices. So yeah, Halo is not new to Funko, but there is talk of them doing more Halo figures. As a matter of fact, on one of it's not Bungie anymore, because I think Halo now is with 343 Studios. But yeah, on one of their social networks, one of their social networking sites, whatever, they basically kind of put it out there to fans, what type of figures would you like to see from Halo? Which characters would you like to see? So again, pretty strong evidence that new Halo pops are on the way. And that's something you could all talk about in the comments. What would you like to see from this franchise as far as figures are concerned? So here we are again with NYCC exclusives, and let me stress to you all again, I know there's a lot of evidence that makes most of this seem pretty solid. As a matter of fact, I would wager to say, I mean, we already know by now, Toy Tokyo, they put their official word out, so yeah, we know that's good to go. Toys R Us, the majority of these figures seem good to go because they've actually started to show up in stores. Same can be said for some of these other figures. I'm not going to list everything here, but yeah, there's a lot of evidence that this list is looking pretty solid thus far. There are some figures missing, and people, please do me a favor. Most of you don't do this, and I definitely appreciate that. But if it's not here on the list, that means I don't know anything about it. I have some people when I've shared this list a couple of times now, and I always get a couple people in the comments, well, where is this figure? Where's that figure? If I knew it, trust me, it would be here in the video. And again, nothing is official till, say it with me now, people, October 4th. Okay, be patient, October 4th, because some people stress over cons and they kind of take the fun out of it. And I've even had to block some people that thought that they could just hound me over and over about information that I just don't have because nobody has it. And it's unfortunate that I have to block people over something so silly, but I just cannot be hounded about something that I don't know yet. So yeah, be patient here. I think the only thing that I add at this time is that it does seem that the Green Ranger will be with GameStop, and that is a glow-in-the-dark Green Ranger. So that seems like a strong probability. I don't know what else is going on with GameStop. I will say this though, if you go back and look at the figures that are not on this list yet, we can kind of assume that, some of the video game related ones are probably going to go to GameStop. But, again, October 4th, we will see what exactly is going on. And yes, I know some of you have heard the rumors and seen some pictures and things. Yes, some people have been able to purchase some exclusives early. I gotta stress though, this is not going to work in every store because some of these figures are register locked, which means that when you go to try to ring them up, it will not allow you to do so. So again, I would say, you can look around, and if you find something in the store, you can try it, but there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to actually purchase it. Because again, some of these figures are register locked, which means they will not go through as a purchase. It will say cannot be sold until October 5th. Remember, October 5th is when the convention starts. So that's when the figures become available, and they should be available online around midnight, and that's Pacific time, Pacific Coast time. So yeah, that's when you should start looking for the figures. For us on the East Coast, that definitely makes it tough because that means it's basically around 3 a.m. for us that a lot of figures would appear online. So again, I can't stress it enough. Be patient, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm being calm about it, so I'm not going to allow anybody to stress me out about it. I will block if I have to, and that's just because it's not that serious. We'll see what happens here very soon. And the images, in case you're curious about these, in the bottom left there, that is an image from Toys R Us. So yeah, the Toys R Us list seems pretty legit. I mean, you see some of the figures that are there. I gotta say real quick, Destro, I'm kind of disappointed to see Destro. They went with that chrome that they use basically for Colossus for his head, and I think it's just way too bright. I think it's kind of overdone. I mean, I'll still give it a chance and take a look at it up close before I make my decision, but right now, I don't know. I feel like it's just a little too bright, but that's just me. Y'all let me know what you think about the look of that figure. Now, if you have not seen the Haunted Forest Disney Treasures box, you may want to go ahead and bail on this video because I am going to talk about it briefly, and I'm bringing it up for a particular reason. I will say though, Original Funko on their YouTube channel, they did an unboxing. If you haven't seen it and you don't mind being spoiled, you might want to check out the actual video to get a better look at the items. But yeah, I'm going to get into it, so if you do not want to be spoiled, this would be the time to check out of the video. Don't try to jump ahead because this is the last thing that I'm going to cover. So again, last chance. If you don't want to be spoiled, go ahead and exit the video, and thank you for watching up to this point. Okay, so if you're still with me, let's go ahead and take a look at the items here. Now, the theme Haunted Forest, I think, got a lot of people excited, and they stuck to that theme to an extent. Obviously, the Maleficent pop people are going crazy over that, especially once they found out it is a 6-inch figure, which again, I don't know why some people believe that there was going to be no more 6-inch figures. I really don't know how that got started, but you know, regardless here, this figure is selling for almost around $200 on eBay, which I think is insane. I think that is a very fabricated price that is going to come down eventually. And you all got to understand, when it comes to eBay, basically you have some greedy people that hop on there first. They put up these outrageous prices. So, I mean, really, they are fixing the price. That's really what it is. It's not that that's the true value of it and that's the true demand of it. It's just basically greedy people trying to set these high prices. So just be smart with your money. That's really all I can say. The other items in the box, okay, they had the magic mirror patch, which I think, you know, that does fit the theme. Then they have a Jafar pin, which is very confusing. What in the world does Jafar have to do with Haunted Forest? Essentially, they turned this into a villains box more than really sticking true to their Haunted Forest theme. Now, of course, the Nightmare Before Christmas bag with Zero on it, that does fit the theme, but I really feel like there should have been a Nightmare Before Christmas figure in this box. To me, it's kind of insane that there isn't when it fits the theme so well. But instead, they have a Cruella de Vil Dorbs, which again doesn't really fit Haunted Forest. I think that was an odd choice. They do have one of the characters from Haunted Mansion as a mini that comes in a 10, a collectible 10, and that's cool. But yeah, Jafar and Cruella de Vil in this box, they just do not make sense to me. But to be fair though, I still gotta say this box to me was worth the money just for that Maleficent figure alone. You know, that's an incredible figure. So I think Funko has to be a little bit careful though, because some of their side items sometimes can make a great box seem just odd and not as appealing. So yeah, I think that's where they got to be a little bit careful and try to be true to their themes. And the next theme up is Snowflake Mountain, when that box closes out on, I believe, December 1st. So you got plenty of time, but don't procrastinate, because who knows, I mean, so far Disney Treasures has a good track record, and do keep in mind that this Haunted Forest box did sell out. So if you're interested, again, do not procrastinate. Go ahead and get to the Disney Treasures website and make sure that you get your box. So that's going to do it for this edition of Funko News. Like I said, not as much news as usual, but I really do hope that you got something out of it. You know, if there are things that I didn't cover and you want to talk about them down in the comments, that's fine. Just keep in mind that there are a lot of rumors floating right now that me personally, I'm not going to stress over, because when it comes to NYCC, we'll find out what we need to know on the 4th, and that's enough time. You know, that gives you a couple of hours to kind of get it together. You know, and like I said, if you go out to some stores and you're able to actually go ahead and pick up some exclusives, cool, you know, but I'm not going to say that's a guarantee. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Once again, I hope that you all took that 2 seconds, that quick 2 seconds, to make sure you dropped a like on this video, because I know a lot of people are watching these videos, but the likes are very sparse. Please show that support for these videos, especially if you want this series to stay strong. Again, that's going to do it for right now. I will talk to you all again real soon.